Welcome back, people. It's May the 5th. It's been about 2 weeks since I planted the seed, so time to do an update. Got some good things, got some curious things going on. So let's take a look. The spring onions, cucumbers, broccoli, cilantro, and eggplant. Eggplant doing well. Cucumber, because these were up for so long. And the lights, my lights weren't on a schedule yet. I think it started to get some blanching. They're now on I think a 12 or 17 hour schedule. But they're starting to get some of their first set of true leaves in there. So cucumber's doing well. The broccolini, this is different than the broccoli that I did last time. Not the best. I got one good sprout and the rest are kind of straggling to come through. So might only end up with one, if we're lucky, 2 plants, but we'll see how that's going. Different variety, so I guess it sprouts differently. Spring onions, it's kind of sporadic, but yeah, we got some sprouts. Snow peas too. When I was growing these in the basement before, these did a lot better. So if you notice, we have some sprouts that came up and then they just withered and died. So I don't know if my seeds are getting old or what's happening, but I wanted to have like, I think 16 or more plants, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get that amount here. So positive side, it opens up some growing spots in the flower bed and the plan, but I was hoping for better results from this. This tray seems to be doing well in general. The Morande tomatoes, the teardrop tomatoes, these were from my other work at the college. They had a rooftop garden. They sprouted pretty quickly, but the leaves are starting to die off, although they have their first set of true leaves coming in there. So that's kind of random. West Indian hot pepper, all of them sprouted. Cayman tomatoes, good. The Hungarian hot peppers, they came in. Cayman tomatoes? Yeah, sorry, I just got distracted there. Orange blaze peppers, looks like they're doing well. Dill, very little, barely nothing there. Sensation sweet tomatoes, peppers. So Sensation sweet peppers, those are going to be yellow. The orange blaze obviously are going to be orange. Dysterium, that flowering vining plant, seeds were hit or miss. I planted multiple seeds here, only one sprouted. Choysum, that's Asian vegetable, those came up pretty well. Cantaloupe, also doing very well. Coneflower seeds, a lot of them sprouted. This is a mix of store-bought and mine that I collected from my garden before. I guess they kind of take a while. I honestly have not grown these from seeds. The last time I grew these from seeds were like 20 years ago in the flower bed in Richmond Hill. And I don't remember the process of it because I just spread them outside and I just kept watering it and watering it. So this is 2 weeks. All of them sprouted, but they don't grow very big initially. I'm assuming they're putting down roots or deep roots. That's where the energy is going. But they're sprouted. The yellow and red watermelon, they sprouted early, doing really well. These nasturtiums, you can see how big they are. They're doing really well. Kale, doing well. Yellow cherry tomato, that's also from my work previously at work at the college. That's where I got those seeds. Spinach, which I'm surprised at. I was growing that in the basement and that worked spectacularly. I think I got one out of all the seeds I planted there, so not very good results there. Shasta daisies, black-eyed Susans, very well, doing very well. So as long as this keeps up, they're kind of short, like the Shastas are kind of high compared to the other ones. But if this growth rate, or if the majority of these last, we'll have lots of plants to plant around the garden. This is a Kangkong or Morning Glory or Chinese water spinach, whichever name you want to choose. Doing really well. Considering that these were planted 4 days or whatever behind everything else. They're kind of like the melons, very prolific, very easy to sprout. Yeah, easy to keep happy. As you can see by these 2 full trays of CanCon. So these are doing really well. If anyone wants to try to grow these seeds and need to know where to get them, I will pop a link down below in the descriptions and you can check it out. But very easy to grow, not much effort at all. This is pak choy or bok choy, a whole tray of it. Those are all doing well as well. Carrots, which I said I was going to sow directly outside, but decided to try in the tray. This whole thing is carrots, and yet only these, which is really weird, almost like a C shape for carrots, are the only ones that sprouted. Nothing in here sprouted, so I'm not sure what's going on. But I still have seeds, so there's still time to direct sow outside as well. These kale did fine. Didn't I have some kale up here? Kale, or was it eggplant? No. Something. Oh, the spinach. I thought there was another one that didn't do well up here, but maybe I was thinking of the broccoli. But anyways, the kale. And these plants grow massive, so that's a lot of kale plants. I'm obviously not going to keep all of these. These will be thinned out and planting what I needed, and then I'll have extras after that. The lettuce, I believe this was the Yucatapa. Hate saying that name. Or the head lettuce. Few didn't sprout. The majority did, so that's good. And the celery. Not that many, but we do have some plants, so that's good. And the final level. Most of these are just flowering plants. Another thing of Shasta daisies, coneflower and black-eyed Susan. So you can see the coneflower seeds as well back there. They're around the same height as the one up top. So I think they start off small, like I said, but put down roots like crazy. Black-eyed Susan doing very well. Black-eyed Susan and the Shasta daisies are very similar. Shasta daisies are white. The black-eyed Susans are yellow with black centers. And these coneflowers are hit or miss. Half the tray didn't sprout at all. But I believe that, yeah, these are mine that I collected, and I honestly don't know how long ago that was that I collected it. So these could be a few years old and they've gone past their viability state. So yeah, and if we look closely, for whatever reason, there's some fungus that's growing there. So I don't know where that's from. Could be from the seeds themselves. They were in a jar, so, but it doesn't seem to be impacting the plants. This whole tray of Nasturtiums, once again, these are doing pretty good as well. I think I'm trying to remember where I got these from. I think they were like a dollar store purchase or something like that, or a Giant Tiger purchase. I can't remember. I think I have a blending of like Giant Tiger seeds and Vessi seeds. Can't really tell you which ones these are, but when they are good, they're good. It's a whole tray of them. And that last one is the Shastas. Once again, doing very well. So the heat mats are off on all of these because the majority of the seeds are sprouted already. Like I said, once the majority of the seeds are sprouted, there is no benefit to running the heat mats. We're basically burning extra electricity for no reason. And my lights now are on a schedule. They really should be 17 hours. So that schedule is 17 hours on and then the rest of the time off. The plants need a breathing cycle. They don't do well if there's constant light all the time, at least with the vegetables. I'm sure there's some plants out there that are fine with the lights being on like for 24 hours, but it's much better if there's it's kind of like a breathing cycle. So on for 17, off for the rest of the time usually does the vegetable seeds really well. And as you can see, they are doing really well. I need to get another fan. I don't know where my shaky $24 fan went to during the move. I actually haven't seen it at all, so that's interesting. But I need to get another fan, probably a couple, two more, if not more, so that air can be circulating. These small little fans, they don't oscillate back and forth. So it'll blow air, but you really want all the plants to kind of get some movement to strengthen them up. As I mentioned before, part of the hardening off process, but you can start it a little bit early. Just introduce them to air movement while they're growing. But that is the update. In a few more weeks, I will probably have to be up potting some of these, if not putting some of them outside already. So that will be fun. That's it for the update. Have a great week, guys.